To address everyone asking about, can we get Keemstar to fight? Hasan, William Osman, J-Station, Sam Hyde. If I buy one ticket, I'll see all the fights, right? Not just the one I select? Yes.
Oh, no, you'll see all the fights.
You're going to see all the fights. We're not charging per fight. I don't think that's a thing.
No.
Maybe it's a thing in UFC or something. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
It's $20 right now for all the fights. That's
for all the fights.
All the fights.
Whoa!
That's
now you just added a lot of value to this
value.
purchase. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, a lot of those question marks are fights that we had set up, but there's like difficulties. Either one person's good to fight or the other person dropped out. So we're trying to fill in a lot of those spots. You know, obviously, if you're an influencer, go ahead and DM me, email iDubbbzbusiness@gmail.com. I saw some people talking about Hundar and AB. Trust me, guys, Hundar versus AB is a good matchup. We personally matched all of our fighters up. For those of you who think it's kind of random, it's not random. You know, we have to get weights and heights, level of experience, see where everyone's at. Don't think AB is getting killed. He is not. AB's a killer.
Also, AB's in like one of the toughest gyms in LA, getting pounded on every day by people tougher and more experienced than Hundar. We're really not worried about him. He's survived a lot.
Yeah.
And is doing really well.
We had Keemstar for a moment mention like, dude, I did a Twitter poll and everyone wants you to fight J-Station. That would be awesome. J-Station doesn't even have like a YouTube presence. It's just this weird thing that like everyone thinks that there needs to be nemesis energy with everything. It's like it's still fake beef at that point.
We also like learned from the Rice Gum thing. A lot of these guys like J-Station, like Rice Gum, like they'll say yes until they don't say yes, like when there's a contract in front of them, and then it's just like a giant waste of time.
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest lessons is like as awesome as it would be, what your imagination can come up with for a boxing match, that will never turn into an actual fight because there's no way. You need cooperative people to sign up in the first place.
Also, the people that look the toughest online often are like the most afraid to fight. Like people you'd think would be fighting or want to fight, hard turned us down, so.
Yeah, there were plenty of people who were like sort of publicly vocal about, oh hell yeah, put me on your boxing card, iDubbbz. I'll kick anyone's ass. And then you DM them and they're like, oh, but that was a joke though. To address everyone asking about Sam Hyde, I want to get this out of the way. He's a difficult guy, all right? And we're trying to make this like a very positive event. You know, if Sam wants to do his own boxing event, I would encourage him to do so. He's got the money to do it. Make a boxing event. That would be really cool. I'd watch it. But for my event, I've been working way too hard on this to get someone like Sam Hyde on the card.
It's our first event. Like, we need the most predictable people, like people that we know and have done a lot of stuff with before.
We have to find active people who want to like be involved in this shit. I can't twist someone's arm and say, be in my event. Y'all are saying like, would you fight him in the future, this and that. I'm not going to say no because things can change, right?
You should probably make it like super clear. I think a lot of people don't understand how much work Ian's put into training. Literally 4 hours a day, going on like 6-mile runs. Ridiculous work for the past, I don't even know, 8 months at this point. The coach that we got, we were like, okay, we have 3 months because that's what it was going to be for Rice Gum. And he was like, oh shit. Like, we were going hard. And then when that fell through, we were like, well, we might as well just continue to go hard and just see who like comes through the woodwork. I think people are going to be really shocked. I think people should buy the tickets because they're going to be shocked at what Ian ends up looking like because it's crazy.
We're taking it seriously. I think a lot of people, just because I'm not like posting shirtless pictures in the gym or like after every gym session, it doesn't mean the work isn't getting put in. I'm not crazy about having a glow up on Instagram, but just know that just because I'm not glowing up on Instagram doesn't mean, I ain't gonna bring the heat.
I will say that for announcers, we do have a couple of people that we're really excited about, that I think you guys would be excited about, and they are Twitch streamers.
Yeah, we're trying to get some awesome commentators for the event. We'll announce that as time goes on. We're trying to find this happy medium of all of our fighters are really trying to learn how to box and do it well. So we
Properly.
don't want their efforts to go in vain by having just like a clown fiesta as commentators and just have everyone just goofing, because it's serious work. We don't even know if this event is going to be a sustainable thing. We're trying. We've never done anything like this before. Let me be clear, like, we have tried to get, like, a lot of the people that you guys have suggested to put on the card, we have legitimately tried to get them on the card. I think you guys would be shocked with the people that we had on the card, but, like, up until recently, they dropped out due to injuries, health concerns, all that sort of stuff. By the way, the card is, like, who's fighting in the event. That's some boxing terminology. You know, just know that if this shit is a success and it doesn't, like, scar us or something,
Which it might.
we're going to try to do this again. Like, think about it. We're going to be like the Super Bowl. You know how they have those Roman numerals that just keep on going crazier and crazier every year? That's going to be like Creator Clash. Can we get Keemstar to fight? I mean, I wish.
We tried so hard.
What are you going to do, man? Like, if you can picture someone being uncooperative, like, I mean, that's like our experience is like everyone being uncooperative. The people who are in the event, you can basically know that they're cooperative people, and they're also very charitable because, you know,
get it.
As soon as I said we're doing it for charity, they were like, sign me up.
Yeah.
To be honest, guys, Keemstar has, like, in large part disappeared from his role, especially on YouTube. I think he's a lot more into boxing these days. I'm okay with Keemstar covering the event. He can say what he wants. It's good promotion for us. We're not actively making him part of the promotion or the running of the show or anything like that. You know, we'll take whatever promotion he wants to do on his own. How is the Odd Ones Out supposed to stand a chance against I Did a Thing? That seems like the most one-sided one to me.
James,
that is fascinating. We've made these matchups because they're close in weight and they're close in height.
Yeah.
I think the furthest, like, height difference might be
It's definitely Aaron and
Harley, but everyone else is gonna be at within 7 pounds of each other.
We also matched up, like, energy and, like, what we kind of assessed was their dedication. James, we've visited all of these guys, with the exception of I Did a Thing because he's in Australia, but we've visited these guys, we've talked to their coaches, like, we're super hands-on. We're going there, talking to the coaches, seeing what they're doing, watching them spar. There is no clear winners in any of these matchups.
Someone had a funny joke about how Aaron will need some epic heel time after this fight.
That was really good. We had more heavyweight fights, a lot of heavyweight injuries. One of the fighters, like me, got post-concussive syndrome, and a couple of others have some spinal contusions.
Back, neck, sciatica. I can guarantee if any of the suggestions of people that you guys are making are over 200 pounds, there's like a 75% chance that they wouldn't make it to the end and they would cripple themselves in training. That's just a fact. Because they're not like, they're not athletes, the people that you're mentioning, who have been doing this their whole life. They're gamers and people that you know because they're chronically online. We did reach out to Hasan to fight. We initially wanted him to fight I Did a Thing. It was super funny. Alex made like this whole like infographic to show all the benefits that Hasan would get from fighting him, but I don't think Hasan wanted to do it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Dr. Disrespect did this whole who routine when one of his fans told him that I wanted to box him.
Thank you for the $20 donation. Dubbbz called you out, Doctor, a boxing match. He mentioned something about breaking your legs in half. Who?
So I think he's one of these guys in the category of like, he's comfortable with where he's at, but doesn't know that it's okay to say that. I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I don't need to take a risk like being involved in something that's going to eat up a lot of my time and potentially risk getting knocked out by iDubbbz. Headgear depends. I'm kind of leaning toward Headgear for people who are strong and heavy. We want to keep people safe. It's still going to be, people are going to get fucked up with or without Headgear. I want you guys to be aware of that. Boxing is not easy. If you don't believe me, go to your local boxing gym and say, I want to spar, but with Headgear, and let's see how long you last. It's not going to be pretty. The big people, I think, probably Headgear, but, you know, it's ultimately their choice. If they don't want to do Headgear, they don't have to. it also maybe a little bit depends on the boxing commission. Me and Dr. Mike are trying to have a professional fight. Details of contracts and everything can, change. Can't say anything for certain until we're like a lot closer. Oh, I guess at this point, I kind of wanted Chad to say something about it, but that might never happen. And it's probably better coming out of my mouth. Chad Roberts, Anything for Views, was going to fight. Chad Roberts, Anything for Views, got injured. Not like a traumatic, punch or anything like that. Just health issues that popped up as he got into the process. But he got far. He got really far.
Yeah.
He lost a ton of weight.
He was losing a ton of weight, or is.
I think he probably had lost the most weight out of everyone else on the card.
Yeah, putting time into it. He even we went to Wasabi's house and we were hanging out and doing pad work with the coach, and he actually flew in and came and did pad work with us.
He was going for it. And he was serious about it. He was very sad that he couldn't do it. We wanted to see if his shit would get better, but it just wasn't getting better. And now we're into this 8-week period, so it's there's zero chance for him to be able to heal enough. Is Michael allowed to fight? He's 14. Michael is older than you think. He's just got a very youthful appearance.
I would love Michael and Graham Stephan is
That's a dream matchup.
Gonna be they're the exact same height.
I was losing my shit when we were filming a video with William Osman, and Michael was there, and I was like, fuck it, I'll ask him. I'm gonna ask him. And I was like, will you want to box in a boxing match? And he's like, yeah, sure. There's zero hesitation. I was like, are you sure? No, but are you sure about that? Don't you want to know more details? And he's like, no, it's okay. Pretty much the same thing with Graham.
Wasn't it Graham who vocally said that the only person he would box is
Michael Reeves? Yeah. So a lot of this shit has been thought about, these, and they're the exact same height and weight. We couldn't get luckier with those two.
I want to also make it super clear. This is the biggest project that Ian will not ever do, but definitely up to this point has done. You do not want to miss whatever the
you don't want to miss this. By the way, the website is do it, Ryan, thecreatorclash.com. Buy tickets now. They're $10 off now. There's no NFTs tied to this event.
It's an NFT list.
I hate NFTs. I hate anyone shilling NFTs. Everyone will need a V-Friend to get in. You're going to have to show your V-Friend NFT to get into the boxing event. No, we're gonna force people to tell us if they own an NFT, and if they do, they're gonna be barred from entering.
There was for a while talks of Ian boxing Blueface.
Yeah, we had a contact with Blueface, but I think it just sort of fell through. We were actually gonna have Blueface fighting Matt Watson. That was our first choice. I think that was before we got Nathan involved. I think we were going to have to pay Blueface because, he wanted money. Yeah. But it wouldn't have been that unreasonable. I kind of wish that
he said yes.
That he said yes, because that would have made the event so fucking crazy. Would you fight KSI? I reached out to KSI and Deji. Deji was obviously busy at the time. He's not now, but I don't know. It didn't seem like either of them were interested. I was worried that KSI and Logan Paul were announcing a third fight back when they were announcing their. I panic text KSI, not text, but DM'd KSI is this gonna be another fight in May? Tell me now, because I was fucking panicking. I was like, we can't compete with that shit. Yeah. To be honest, I think we can compete with that shit because it's different energy. I think a lot of you guys get that. You know that this isn't typical weird Chadley YouTuber who you would expect to box. These are underdogs. Well, you continue your training after the fight. Maybe if I win and I have to fight in the next Creator Clash. I don't it's a lot of work. I want to keep making videos. We're leasing this fucking expensive ass office, and we have all of these other plans that we want to do. I want to do a show. We've written down a ton of shit and lined stuff up for a show, and we have a whole set built over to the side of us.
Big giant expensive set.
So the premise of fighting again is just fucking scary, especially if it's now we're gonna ramp it up. Now it's Jake Paul that you're fighting against. I'm getting okay, so I can't do the other things I want to do. I don't know. Maybe take a break and then come back to it another time. Hard to say. That's if I win. If I don't win, I'm retiring from boxing permanently.